Hi guys, it's Tara and welcome to my home. I feel as though celery has become one of today's top trends. Everybody and anybody is on the celery bandwagon, including myself. It is one of today's top superfoods, and honestly, I can really see why. It's filled with tons of nutrients and fantastic healing powers. So in honor of this amazing vegetable, or some may even say herb, I want to show you guys how to make one of my top 5 Iranian dishes. And that is called Iranian celery stew, better known as Khoresh Karafs. I know it doesn't sound too exciting, but honestly guys, it is packed with flavor. So Khoresh Karafs is a simple combination of meat. You can either use red meat, chicken, or lamb, evenly chopped celery, finely chopped parsley and mint, fresh squeezed lime, and just the right amount of seasoning. It is also best paired with basmati rice, or if you are on more of a low-carb mission in life, you can also pair it with cauliflower rice, which is honestly, guys, just as good. So let's get right into it and let me show you how to make this fantastic dish. The first thing that we're going to do is chop our celery. Now we want to make sure that it's all even, so about ½ an inch is what you're going to want to chop your celery like. And I'm going to be using 2 bunches of celery for this dish. Next one. So I'm not sure if you guys have watched my previous video on how to make a gourmet sabzi, but this is kind of done in the same similar type of method. So we're going to want to chop up the vegetables, and then we're going to fry them and add them to our meat mixture like we did in my previous video. So now I have 2 bunches of fresh mint, and I have 3 bunches of Italian flat leaf parsley. I'm just going to do these give these a pre-chop, and then I'm going to add them into my food processor. And just like my previous video on making a gourmet sabzi, you're going to want to get these really finely chopped. So if you guys don't have a food processor, that's totally fine. You're just going to have to spend a little bit more time doing the chopping yourself, but you just got to make sure that it's very, very fine. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So as you guys can see, the consistency is really minced up. That's the look you're gonna wanna go for. All right guys, so I have a large frying pan here. I'm just going to put about 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil. And then I'm going to add my chopped up celery. Give that a good mix. You're going to want to do this for about 2 minutes. All right, so after a couple minutes, you're going to want to add the rest of your chopped herbs. You guys, I am loving the smell of this. So we're just going to lightly saute these vegetables for 2 to 3 minutes. You just want to kind of pre-cook everything before you add it to your pot. You want to make sure that you are stirring your vegetables frequently, because the last thing you want is burned celery and burned herbs into your stew. All right guys, when that is done, you're just going to add it back to your mixing bowl, and you're just going to set that to the side. All right, just set that to the side, let that cool down a bit, and we'll circle back to that. So the next thing we want to do is chop up 1 large onion, preferably a yellow onion. I never understood like the different flavors of onion. Have you guys? I really haven't. My mom always used yellow onions for her dishes, so I just assumed that's what you use. All right guys, so again, we're gonna take out the olive oil, sprinkle some on the bottom of our pot. I used about 2 to 3 tablespoons. Once that heats up, just add your onions. And we're going to brown these onions. This will usually take about 4 to 5 minutes. So halfway through the cooking process on the onions, you're going to add 2 teaspoons of minced up garlic. If you don't have already pre-minced garlic, you could just mince up 2 to 3 garlic cloves. That's the kind of look that you want, just super brown, but not too brown. You don't want burnt onions. Once your onions are done sauteing, you're going to want to add 2 pounds of meat. Now you can either use 2 pounds of chicken breast, 2 pounds of lamb, like cubed up lamb, or 2 pounds of red meat. Again, stew meat. So make sure that your stew meat is cut in 1-inch cubes and also pre-rinsed. You want to make sure you remove all of the blood. Now, if you are vegan, hold on. If you are vegan, you could just completely skip this step and just go straight to adding your mixed vegetables in this. As your meat is browning, you're going to want to add about 2 tablespoons of turmeric and a tablespoon of really good salt and half a tablespoon of black pepper. Once that's all in there, again, give it a good stir. Get all of the seasoning mixed together evenly so it's completely coating your meat. The meat is all browned up. I'm going to add my celery and herbs. So now that you have your celery, the herbs, the meat, everything all mixed up, you're going to want to cover it with water. Now, it usually takes about 4 to 6 cups of water, but you just want to make sure that the water is about 2 inches above your mix. Once it's come up to boil, you're going to lower the temperature to medium-low, and you're going to let it simmer for about 1.5 hours. It's come to a boil. I'm just going to give it another good mix here. Beautiful. It smells so good, so fresh. Put the lid on it and lower the temperature to medium-low. You're going to want to let this sit for 1.5 hours. All right, guys, so it's been 1.5 hours and my stew is still boiling. It's looking great. This is kind of what you're gonna want to look for. Just beautiful celery and herbs. So it's time to now put in the lime juice. I have 3 limes cut in half that I'm just going to squeeze and add the juice of it in our stew. This is also a perfect time to adjust the seasoning. I'm gonna add a little bit more salt. I wanna say half a teaspoon of salt. And then I'm going to let this cook for another 20 to 30 minutes. All right, guys, so the stew looks all done. Oh, yum. It looks amazing. It smells amazing. Just gonna move this over here. So it's been cooking now for about 2 hours and it looks absolutely fantastic. I'm just going to serve this up with some basmati rice. I love my rice. Put some basmati rice on your plate. Beautiful. And then you're going to want to top it with your stew. Oh, ultimate comfort food for me. Love it. Gorgeous. Guys, so I've served myself a beautiful plate of Khoresh Karafs and I'm ready to dig in. I just want to give you guys a quick little tip on this. You can actually make this like a day ahead of when you want to really serve it for your family or your friends, because the more it sits, the more it marinates and the better it tastes. This is one of those stews that tastes a lot better the next day. So I'm going to enjoy this now and I'm going to stock this in my fridge and I'm going to enjoy it again tomorrow. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed my homage to celery, and I can't wait to see you guys again. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more easy and healthy recipes. Cheers, guys.